Hi, thank you for watching and helping me with my interview. This is for Barbara Boxer's office that will be interviewing me on Saturday. First of all, our first question is tell me about yourself. My name is Lee Wood. I come from a family of six and I am the youngest in this family. By being the youngest, I've been able to observe my siblings and my parents and learn from their accomplishments and their mistakes. With their accomplishments, I've been able to either repeat accomplishments or improve on accomplishments by seeing what they have done. And their mistakes, I've been able to observe them and learn from their mistakes and not repeat them. Our family has had a very strong military background that dates all the way back to the Revolutionary War and also an unbroken line of naval aviation from 1917 to 1988 with my great grandfather, grandfather, and uncle. Personally, I've marched with the Concord Blue Devils Drum and Bugle Corps and won two world championship rings with them. And this has taught me the lesson of how important teamwork is. Throughout the summer, we practiced 12 hours a day, 6 days a week from June to August. And we lived together for that time, becoming good friends and building into a team and becoming one. Also, I'm the captain of our hockey team and our school's varsity tennis team. At the end of my junior year, I received the Boosters Award, which is awarded to an athlete who shows leadership and excels at his sport. And for my last year, I will be captain again. I'm also considered the best youth soccer referee in our area, and this comes from me having hours of work off the field and on the field. Off the field by reviewing video of professional referees and applying that to my game. On the field by running a lot of games and practicing a lot and watching other referees on the field outside. I also have several scholastic accomplishments such as Principal's Honor Rolls and the Script L Award at my school. My personal dreams, short time, I'd like to get a college degree and form long-lasting friendships throughout my college years that will build to the rest of my life. And long term, I would like to have a military career, raise a family, and leave a legacy that my family and children can follow. And by attending the Air Force Academy, I believe that will help me achieve not only my short-term goals, but also my long-term goals. Okay, our next question is tell us about a success story. Back in 2009, I became a referee for the very first time. I wanted to be a referee ever since I started playing soccer at the age of 8. Now, I came in halfway through the year as a referee, and I reffed 40 games at least, which was within the top 10 of the Livermore referees. I got an award for that, and I also earned the Youth Referee of the Year award, and this is from practicing a lot and watching video of other referees and learning and trying to do the best I could do at my job. At the end of that year, I was asked to be the youth representative for the Livermore Referees Association, and I accepted. As the youth representative these past 2 years, I have run meetings for the youth referees before every season to tell them the new rules and to also reacquaint them with the rules that they might have forgotten during the off season. Another job I do as youth representatives is I go out to the fields and I help coach the new referees, answer any questions they might have, or give them small little critiques which they might need. And again, I've been serving as the youth representative for 2 years. And to me, this is a great success because I came from being just a new novice referee to within a year being the top referee in Livermore and being on the Livermore Referees Association steering committee. Okay, our next question. Let's see. Why do you want to join the Air Force Academy? Well, when I first learned about the military and what it did, I've always wanted to join. I didn't know what branch of military I wanted to serve in. And since my family has had a long history of military service since the Revolutionary War, and my uncle, grandfather, and great-grandfather forming over 70 years, 71 years to be exact, of unbroken service, I decided to talk to my uncle and grandfather and see what branch I wanted to join. Now, my grandfather would tell me stories of his missions in World War II in the South Pacific, and these this motivated me to want to serve as a pilot in either the Navy or the Air Force. And after more research and thinking, I ultimately decided the Air Force is where I would like to go. And I've also known people who have graduated the Air Force Academy. They tell me they've enjoyed every single step of the experience. And I now feel a complete passion to attend the Air Force Academy. Okay. Describe your leadership style. Well, I was influenced to first become a leader in 2009 by my brother, who was a successful drum major for the Blue Devils B. I became drum major for the Blue Devils C, and my brother taught me almost everything I knew about being drum major, all the way from conducting to being the leader in helping people find housing, helping them find rides, being the first one to practice and the last one to leave, and doing all the other behind-the-scenes work that nobody else sees. Now, I've applied his teachings, and I've moved up to become the Blue Devils B drum major, and the Blue Devils B are the world champions, and the Blue Devils C is just below that. My personal leading style, I'm a positive leader. I always try to keep a positive environment around me when our staff is yelling at us. I always try to be the one to motivate our members and say, hey, come on, guys, we can keep doing this. We're almost done. Let's keep going. And it has always helped out for us. An example of this is last year a metronome was lost. And this metronome is a key tool for us at the Blue Devils to keep time. And all the other two drum majors were worried because they had searched for it and didn't find it. I, however, was not worried. I kept the positive viewpoint and said that we'd find it. And then I took on the task myself to find it. What I did is I went to the last person that used it. I brought them in and I asked them to help me to look. We looked in the obvious areas, couldn't find it, and then we looked in the not obvious areas and we finally found it. And this is from being positive and saying we will keep finding it. This situation taught me that being positive overpowers the worry, and it makes doing things much easier and much more enjoyable. Another way I lead is I adjust to other people's positions. By starting in the low part of the Blue Devils by just being a trumpet player and moving up into a leadership position in the trumpet section and then the drum major, I've been in almost every position and I'm able to understand where people are coming from and put myself in their shoes. And that also helps me help them in the problems that they might have, or I can understand what I am appearing toward them and be able to back down if I need to. I also take responsibility when it's not my fault. For example, at Rice Lake, Wisconsin last year, it was not my responsibility to have the field cleaned, and because I was supposed to be practicing for a competition. The field did not get cleaned, however, and even though it was not my fault, I went up to our corps director and I apologized for it and took full responsibility, and he said thank you. And lastly, I'll put my own emotions aside to better the whole. When it comes to a drum corps or teams, it's all about the teamwork. It's not about the individual. And I have realized that, and so I've been able to put aside my personal issues that I might be dealing with right then to better the whole and do my job for the corps. And this has allowed the whole corps to succeed and overcome the tremendous challenges. Okay, the next thing is, what is the honor code and what are the 3 core values of the Air Force Academy? The honor code is, I will not lie, steal, nor cheat, nor tolerate amongst us anyone who does. And the core values are integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. For a current event, last Wednesday in an Algerian natural gas facility, terrorist attack, killing 2 people and taking many hostages, which 7 are Americans. And the reason that this story stood out to me was because I could see myself in 5 years being a pilot or being in that area in the Middle East and either stopping one of these attacks or going in during the attack and ending it and saving the hostages. Okay, I believe that is all. If you would like to give me any critique, I would take it, and thank you very much for watching.